A lot of person will tell you that love is not enough when it comes to relationship and marriage. But I have come to tell you that love is more than enough. I did not come to condemn that notion, but I have come to buttress it. Love is more than enough when it comes to marriage and relationship. It depends on how you fall in love. Some persons fall in love out of feeling, while some persons fall in love out of choice. When you fall in love out of feelings, that is when you'll be able to pinpoint the reason why you fall in love with someone. But some persons will fall in love with someone and you ask them, why are you in love with this person? They will not be able to figure out the reason they are in love with that person. That is when you fall in love out of choice. When you fall in love out of someone's boobs or out of someone's yash, when you fall in love because someone has money, when you fall in love because of the beauty of the person, because of the way the person walks, because of the way the person talks, because of the way the person dresses, that is when you fall in love out of feelings. And the time will come you will have more than enough of those things that made you fall in love with that person. That is when people will tell you that love is not enough. But when you fall in love out of choice, you have made the choice. It is your choice. Whatever that happens out there is none of your business. That is what is called unconditional love. Anybody that falls in love out of choice, when you ask the person, why are you in love with this person? The person will always tell you that he doesn't know why he loves the person passionately. In fact, he will tell you that the person has his remote, but he cannot figure out the reason he's in love with that person. That is genuine love. That is love with passion. That is that love that is more than enough in a relationship and in marriage. It doesn't run dry. It remains like that. That is the love that you will say, come rain, come sun. That is love you will say, till pi do us apart. That is the love you will say, whether good or bad, I'm in love. When you love with somebody out of choice, not out of feelings. When you love someone out of feelings, when you have enough of those things, enough of big boobs, enough of big nyash, enough of the beauty, when the money is no longer there, the person will look for someone that has money. That is where cheating creeps in. When the beauty is no longer there, because with time beauty fades away, the person will go out there to look for someone that the beauty is trending. When the boobs are falling, the person will go out there to look for someone with pointed boobs. You see, a lot of crisis in marriages, in relationship, is increasing on a daily basis because they fell in love out of feelings, not out of choice. Choice is when you're committed to that relationship, to that marriage, that no matter what, you're there. Come rain, come sun, you are there. Whether he's going up or he's going down, you're there. Whether she's still beautiful or she's no longer beautiful, whether the bulls has fallen, you are still there. That is when you are in love out of choice. So as a young person that want to fall in love out of choice, not out of feelings. Because when you fall in love out of feelings, a time will come you will have enough of those things that you feel that made you fall in love. But when you fall in love out of choice, you can never run dry of that love. Know this and have your peace. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.